This is 20th of January 2025 Forex Weekly Outlook. This is the US dollar index. So in this weekly outlook, we'll be going through the US dollar and Euro USD. The reason we are doing a weekly outlook on the US dollar because you can apply the weekly outlook from the US dollar, which is the dollar index, to any currency pair which is correlated with the dollar index. An example of those currency are Euro USD, GBP USD, Australian USD, and other currency pairs like the Euro JPY. They are still correlated in some way if you know how to apply it correctly. And if you want to learn how to apply it correctly, you know that the Forex Trading Empire 2025 mentorship program is for you to learn how to use the concept which is going to be applied to determine weekly bias in the weekly Forex outlook. I'm on the daily time frame of the dollar index. Last week on the Discord, on our free Discord chat, I talked about me looking for higher prices for price to run at the previous week high. Price failed to run at the previous week high on Euro USD. But on the dollar index, price run to the previous week high, run at this high. Here was the previous week high. After the run on the previous week high, price did a retracement back to this daily fair value gap. I'm still anticipating price to trade to fill this weekly fair value gap, which was already pointed out, where I was telling you guys I'm looking for a fill of this fair value gap. We discussed it in the free Discord chat room. So I'm still looking for price to fill the fair value gap. Price trade past the mid-range of the fair value gap, now leading to the last quarter of the fair value gap from the weekly time frame. Now going into this week, I don't have a clear weekly bias on the dollar index, but I would like to see price to trade to the weekly high, to the previous week high. There might be a retracement back to the weekly range, because if I'm looking at it on a weekly perspective, the current weekly candle is not reacting from any reference point. Price is just creating high from the daily time frame. We're expecting daily order block and fair value gap. There is no clear weekly bias. So I'll be sticking to the daily bias of anticipating price to run at the previous week high this week. Looking for price to trade high to run at this previous week high. And the structure I'll be paying attention to will be the 4-hour market structure. I want to see the 4-hour market structure stay aligned with the bias. We're expecting this fair value gap and trading higher to run at the previous week high. Now going to Euro USD. On Euro USD, the bias is slightly different. Now last week, price run out previous week low. After the run on previous week low, a retracement back to the weekly range. So on a CRT perspective, this is a candle range theory. Price run out this previous week low and a retracement back to the weekly range. You want to see price trade to the mid-range of the candle, the mid-range of the candle range candle. That will be my first target before we'll be looking for price to trade to this high. But this week, I'm looking for price to run out this weekly high, because on the dollar index, I'm anticipating higher prices, which means I'll be anticipating lower prices on the Euro USD. But before I anticipate any lower prices, I would like to see price run out the previous week high. After the run on this previous week high, then price might lead to a retracement lower to run on the sell side liquidity. That's my bias. I don't currently have a clear bias where I would say I'm looking for price to trade to either the weekly high first or the sell side liquidity first. But as we go into the week, when I look at Tuesday and Wednesday price action, I might determine where I will trade to on Friday, on Thursday and Friday. But for now, I'm looking to see how price trades. If price were to go for the weekly high first, then I'll be anticipating lower prices for price to go for the sell side liquidity. But price might just directly do a 4-hour shift in market structure and trade to the sell side liquidity. But all in all, I'm looking for lower prices on the Euro USD. Now we have talked about the major currency, which I'm anticipating price to trade to a specific area. Now you can still apply the same logic to other Forex pair. You can apply the same logic to other Forex pair. But on the Euro JPY, let's talk about the Euro JPY. On the Euro JPY, I'm anticipating lower prices on the weekly time frame. I'm anticipating a down close candle to trade to this fair value gap and run at the previous week low. You can see the fair value gap. I'm anticipating a complete fill of this weekly fair value gap and a trend lower. While I'll be paying attention to the 4-hour structure, once I see a clear market shift of the 4-hour market structure doing a retracement to the fair value gap, that is when I look for lower prices. So that's all for this weekly outlook. See you guys in the next weekly outlook.